Hello everyone, Brian here. Today we will discuss some interesting videos about how Ukrainian troops repelled dozens of massive Russian attacks and destroyed dozens of North Korean soldiers in the Kursk region. Over the past 24 hours, 149 clashes took place on the Russian-Ukrainian front, more than 40 in the Kharkov sector and 23 in the Kursk sector. At the same time, Russia lost 1,560 soldiers, including elite North Korean soldiers fighting in the Kursk region, 14 tanks, 38 armored vehicles, and 30 artillery systems, according to Ukrainian media Espresso and Ukrainska Pravda. First, let's take a look at this horrifying video. Here is one of the most horrifying moments when 3 Russian soldiers tried to escape from the brutal attack of the Ukrainian FPV drone. As you can see, when the Ukrainian FPV drone flew close, one of the Russian soldiers panicked and threw his heavy machine gun at the drone. Unfortunately, the shot missed and the drone came even closer. On the second round, the drone managed to target Russian troops before finally landing right next to them. Footage taken by another quadcopter drone shows the impact of the attack. Shrapnel from the drone's explosion hit 2 Russian soldiers and a North Korean soldier who was nearby. Today, the Ukrainian armed forces again showed their strength by thwarting a major Russian attack in the Kursk region, Russia, involving several North Korean soldiers. In a video released by Ukrainian troops, it can be seen how in just a few minutes, they managed to destroy several Russian BMP armored vehicles and repel enemy troops involved in the attack. The attack, which also involved North Korean soldiers as part of the Russian forces, was immediately thwarted with great precision by Ukrainian troops. Using quick and effective tactics, Ukraine destroyed valuable Russian military equipment and drove away enemy troops, including North Korean soldiers, with ease. The footage shows how superior Ukrainian combat capabilities are, able to overcome a major attack with incredible speed and accuracy. Despite Russia's attempts to reinforce its attack with additional troops from North Korea, the results proved that Ukrainian troops were still formidable and well-trained. They were able to not only destroy Russian combat vehicles, but also break the spirit of enemy troops, who clearly had difficulty in dealing with the swift and deadly counterattack. Russian troops also suffered a major setback after their armored convoy was hit by a deadly attack near the Ukrainian town of Siversk. Drone footage from Ukraine's 54th Mountain Assault Brigade and Mechanized Brigade shows 8 Russian armored vehicles attempting to advance on Ukrainian positions. However, their efforts were quickly halted after the first attack using Stugna ATGM anti-tank missiles destroyed 3 vehicles and caused panic in the Russian ranks. Despite the chaotic formation, the Russian troops continued to advance, but they were unable to avoid Ukrainian artillery fire, which destroyed 3 more vehicles. You can then see how the Russian troops were forced to retreat on foot across open terrain, leaving them extremely vulnerable to further attacks. Sure enough, Ukrainian troops launched additional attacks with FPV drones and artillery fire that wiped out the remaining Russian troops. Ukrainian forces also recently repelled a major Russian attack in the Kharkiv region, destroying dozens of BMP armored vehicles in a matter of minutes. In a video shared by the Ukrainian Armed Forces, Ukrainian forces are seen using advanced technology, including FPV drones and precision artillery fire, to take out a Russian convoy as it advanced toward their positions. The large explosions seen in the footage show just how effective the Ukrainian attack was. The deadly combination of FPV drone airstrikes and long-range artillery fire overwhelmed Russian forces, destroying their vehicles and forcing enemy forces to retreat in humiliating defeat. The attack not only thwarted the Russian effort, but also underscored the Ukrainian forces' extraordinary ability to deal with much larger threats. The victory is a testament to the Ukrainian forces' ability to not only survive, but also strike back with deadly precision. Meanwhile, Donald Trump may be revising President Joe Biden's reported decision to allow Ukraine to use American weapons to strike deep inside Russia, according to Kremlin-backed media. The New York Times reported that Biden has lifted a ban on U.S.-supplied weapons such as ATACMS that had been in place over concerns about the escalating conflict between Ukraine and Russia. The long-range weapons could be used against Vladimir Putin's forces in Russia's Kursk region, where Kyiv launched an offensive in August, the newspaper said. As of Monday morning, the White House, reached for comment, had not confirmed the report, but Russian state news agency TASS said the consequences of Biden's alleged decision could be short-lived. The New York Times quoted U.S. officials as saying they did not believe Biden's reported decision would fundamentally change the war, but noted that it may have been influenced by the deployment of North Korean troops to fight at Kursk. Deputy National Security Advisor John Feiner would not confirm the report in the New York Times, but told reporters on Monday that it was clear that Washington will respond to the North Korean troop buildup at Kursk, adding that the fire was lit by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This may be a reference to comments by Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, who said that if true, the U.S. decision fuels the fire and provokes further escalation. It also hinted at a new situation in terms of U.S. involvement in the conflict,